welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about The Sundown Motel by Simone St. James. So unfortunately, this book was a little bit of a miss for me. I just didn't really like it. Let me just tell you a quick rundown on what this book is about. It's basically a book that centers around this super creepy, old, rundown motel. And there's two timelines that we're following. In 1982, there's a young woman named Viv who comes and works as the nighttime receptionist at this super creepy Sundown Motel. And one day, she just completely goes off the face of the planet. She disappears and no one ever hears from her again. And then 35 years later, her niece, Carly, is basically trying to figure out the mystery of what happened. And as part of that, she actually goes and visits the Sundown Motel as well. I think the premise of the book is interesting. I think it had the potential to be a super atmospheric, creepy mystery thriller. However, it just missed the mark for me for a few reasons. Number one, I just didn't really like the writing style. It felt a little bit cheesy to me. Like some stuff felt a little bit forced and it was like a little cringy to read just because it was just a little bit, I don't know, just cheesy. The second thing is, as I mentioned, there are two parallel timelines in this book, and I felt like there was too much similarity between the two timelines. I often would forget which person I was reading about because the stories were so similar and the voice and the personality of the characters were so similar. I just felt like I was repeating myself and just reading the same story again. And finally, I did not really care for the supernatural elements that were part of this book. I feel like they were just too obvious. Like when something was happening that was kind of supernatural or like ghost happenings, it was just obvious. Like you knew that's what it was. There was not really anything left to the imagination. If there was more a question of like, okay, there's this creepy stuff happening. Is it a ghost? Is it supernatural? Is there a normal explanation for this? And you kind of had to guess and be a little bit afraid that maybe that's what it was, but maybe it's not. And it was more like questionable. I think that would have been creepier. Kind of all those things put together, it was just a bit of a miss for me. So unfortunately, this is not really a book that I would necessarily recommend. Obviously, you may love it. I know there are a ton of really positive reviews for it, so clearly people do like it. I just wasn't one of those people, unfortunately. Subscribe for more videos like this, and that's it. Bye, guys.